Good morning. Good morning. A wonderful morning again. Getting these little cloud bursts every now and again, but I think today is supposed to be mostly sunny, and we'll hope that the humidity is not quite so bad. But it's a wonderful time for us to gather together here as God's people in prayer and in praise. And we welcome you all. And if you're visiting with us today, I extend a hearty welcome to you, and know that you are welcome here, and that we hope that you can pray that God's Spirit will bless you during this time of worship. So we gather together this morning. I invite you to stand together with me in order for confession and forgiveness as we cleanse our hearts and minds and prepare for worship. Before God and in the company of our sisters and brothers, let us confess our sins. God and Creator of all, we confess that we have sinned against you in thought, word, and deed. We have thought better of ourselves than others. We have told lies, said hurtful things, acted in ways we wish we could take back, and looked the other way when action was needed. In your mercy, O God, give us, cleanse us, and forgive us, for the sake of Jesus, our Savior. Amen. If anyone is in Christ, there is a new creation. Everything old has passed away. Behold, everything has become new. In Christ, you are a new creation. Your sins are taken away, and you are made new. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ has forgiven you. Amen. Please join in our gathering song today. It's number 502, and we'll sing the first two and the last two verses. Sisters and brothers in Christ, beloved children of God, grace, mercy, and peace be with you all. For peace in the world, for the health of the church, for the unity of all. For this holy cross, for all who worship and praise, let us pray to the Lord. Let us pray to the Lord. That we will live on for impassioned response to the hungry and the poor. That we may live on to the justice and grace. Let us pray to the Lord. Let us pray to the Lord. We're scared to guide that you set your lives in the water and the word. That you nourish our souls with your body and blood. Let us praise you, Lord. Let us praise you, Lord. Let us pray. O God, powerful and compassionate, you lead your people faithfully, feeding and protecting us. Heal each of us and make us a whole people, that we may embody the justice and peace of your Son, Jesus Christ, our Savior and Lord. Amen. You may be seated.
Good morning. Today's reading is from the 7th chapter of the book of 2 Samuel. Now when the king was settled in his house, and the Lord had given him rest from all his enemies around him, the king said to the prophet Nathan, "See now, I am living in a house of cedar, but the ark of God stays in a tent." Nathan said to the king, "Go, do all that you have in mind, for the Lord is with you." But that same night, the word of the Lord came to Nathan. "Go and tell my servant David, thus says the Lord, are you the one to build me a house to live in? I have not lived in a house since the day I brought up the people of Israel from Egypt to this day, but I have been moving about in a tent and tabernacle. Wherever I have moved about among all the people of Israel, did I ever speak a word with any of the tribal leaders of Israel, whom I commanded to shepherd my people Israel? Did I ever command them, saying, why have you not built me a house of cedar? Now therefore, thus you shall say to my servant David, thus says the Lord of hosts, I took you from the pasture, from following the sheep to be prince over my people Israel. And I have been with you wherever you went, and have cut off all your enemies from before you. And I will make for you a great name, like the name of the great ones of the earth. And I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, so that they may live in their own place, and be disturbed no more. And evildoers shall afflict them no more as formerly. From the time that I appointed judges of my people Israel, and I will give you rest from all your enemies. Moreover, the Lord declares to you that the Lord will make you a house. When your days are fulfilled and you lie down with your ancestors, I will raise up your offspring after you, who shall come forth from your body, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be a father to him, and he shall be a son to me. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Please rise as you are able to receive the gospel. The Holy Gospel according to Mark, the 6th chapter. Glory to you, Lord. The apostles gathered around Jesus and told him all that they had done and taught. He said to them, "Come away to a deserted place all by yourselves and rest a while." For many were coming and going, and they had no leisure even to eat. And they went away in the boat to a deserted place by themselves. Now many saw them going and recognized them, and they hurried there on foot from all the towns and arrived ahead of them. As he went ashore, he saw a great crowd, and he had compassion for them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. And he began to teach them many things. When they had crossed over, they came to land at Gennesaret and moored the boat. When they got out of the boat, people at once recognized him and rushed about that whole region and began to bring the sick on mats to wherever they heard he was. And wherever he went, in villages or cities or farms, they laid the sick in the marketplaces and begged him that they might touch even the fringe of his cloak. And all who touched him were healed. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord.
You may be seated. Dear friends, grace and peace to you this day in fullest measure through Christ our Lord. Amen. Anybody here ever built a house? You from scratch built a house? You have. You have. You have. You have. Good. When you first started out with the blueprints and what you ended up with, were they exactly the same? No, they were not. Sometimes the first plans are altered a bit or takes a different shape. We talk about this today because as we continue in our saga in the books of Samuel, today we're talking about David's desire to build a house for God. And just a word of warning as we continue on. Next week is the R-rated story in David. So just in case you want to know and be prepared for it, next week we get into a little synod prediction. But this week we're talking about a house. So, okay, blueprints. Blueprints for a house. And in this particular portion of the book of 2 Samuel, scholars have said too that we can't really underestimate the importance of this section of 2 Samuel and the story of David here. Everything loves to talk about building a house for God and Prophet Nathan and what's the big deal about that. Well, this is the part of 2 Samuel where God does make that covenant, the Davidic covenant that carries through to the New Testament and sees its fulfillment there in the birth of Jesus, the Messiah. So it's very important. But back to the house. We'll talk about the house for a little bit because here Remember, David is establishing this new regime, this new kingdom, which they really haven't had before. And now he's got the city, the royal city of David. He's brought in the old Ark of the Covenant to try and bring some of the old symbols into the new city. And he himself has a marvelous palace, very luxurious by the standards of the day. In this particular section, house is mentioned 15 times, but with 3 different meanings. First of all, there is the house of David, David's palace. And then there is the temple for God that David wants to build, Yahweh's temple. But then God changes things up and talks about the fact that there will be a dynasty, a house of David, the dynasty that will continue long beyond David. Think if you're a fashion person, think the house of Dior, or the house of Chanel, or whatever. Those fashion lines have continued way beyond their founders, a dynasty, so to speak. And here we have the establishment of that. This particular section in this first part of this chapter is called Nathan's Oracle. Nathan is now the prophet that speaks and gets the messages from God and goes and talks to David. And when David first comes and says, you know, to Nathan, I think I want to build a house for God, build a temple for God, because I have this beautiful house for myself and I want to build a temple. And Nathan's like, that sounds like a baby. And then Nathan goes to sleep that night, and God comes to Nathan and says, not so fast. Not a good idea. I don't think so. You kind of wonder about that. Up until this time, God says, you know, did I ever ask you for a house? All the time we're traveling around, I'm in the tent. I didn't ask any of the tribal leaders. I didn't ask for anything permanent. I had a tent. I myself am thinking as I read this, why would you really be satisfied with the tent? After all, I've had my own experiences with tents. From the time that I was very young, that's the way my family took vacations because it was economical. My dad had a little 2-man tent that he had made when he was in Boy Scouts. So he and my brother slept in the tent, and at that time, my mother and I slept in the new car, which was a red Rambler, remember? With the reclining seats. Whoa, that was pretty cool. So we slept in the car, and I then graduated to what's known in the industry at that time as an umbrella tent. It could sleep 4 people. Had a pole up the middle like an umbrella does, and then when you put up the straws came out, you know, to the 4 corners of the tent, and here was this tent. And all through the summer and the weekends, we would camp every weekend. We got our state park sticker from Wisconsin, and we lived in Minnesota, so we went over to Wisconsin and went to all these wonderful state parks. We had some home movies, and I was very adept at assisting in putting up the tent, because there I am at probably 4 or 5 years old, something like that, maybe 6, and I could direct people very well. Didn't really have anything to do with putting up the tent, but I could crawl into it when it wasn't up yet. And all I remember is the smell of that campfire. And in weather like today's weather, it was hot and humid in the tent. And in weather that was a little better, it was still hot and humid in the tent. So, tent. I has been in a tent all this time and thinking, yeah, would it be nice to be in the Motel 6 even, you know? But God says, I never asked you this. you think about it, you've got to remember, this is a movement in early Israel of escaped slaves. They were on the move all the time. And God moved with them. God went before them to show them the way. God was behind them to encourage them. God was all over the place. But David had another idea of this new kingdom, that it would be a center here in Jerusalem. And so this was going to be nice because, he could contain God. And then everybody would know where God was, because God would be in this temple. Kind of interesting because David wants to build this house for God. Now we have a scene that today might be kind of like scripted and cast with perhaps Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. You gonna build me a house? You gonna build me a house? You gonna build me a house? Huh, I don't think so. No, God says you're not gonna build me a house. For a couple of reasons. The least of which was that God could see that David wasn't the one to build the house. David was building up all sorts of things, but not to contain God. And although God's temple does get built, it's not built by David. But later on, it's built by Solomon. Maybe God knows of David's failings, which we will get into next week. David's too busy in warfare and shedding blood. God says, no, you're not going to build me a house. David is that kind of intuitive here in his relationship with God. On the one hand, he gladly yields to God, but on the other hand, he's really trying to be a little bit manipulative. Because if I can contain God right here, then people will come all the time to my royal city. And after all, if God's house is here, God will never depart from me. I know I'll have to do it. And this would be much easier. I was thinking about that this week. I kind of wanted to put God in a box. And I wonder if sometimes we don't too. It's easier. It's easier if we can contain God here in this box and call this God's house. And then we can come when we need God, and when we're busy with other things, we don't need to be there. But we always know where God is. Kind of getting exactly what we need. I thought about that. And we like to have things convenient and fast and easy. Last week, as I drove home from a late night meeting, and it was getting close to 10 o'clock, and it was 10 after I was in the area around my house, I stopped to drive through a fast food place. It was a Taco Bell. Just wanted one taco. That's all I needed. And I got in the drive-thru late, and at 10 o'clock, of course, the restaurant inside had closed, so there were no people on the inside except the workers. And there were a couple cars in front of me in the drive-thru. As I pulled in, ready to just place my order for one meal, a couple cars came behind me. And then I was trapped. Because it took 20 minutes for the cars ahead of me before I got to the window. I was like, what's going on? I'm looking ahead trying to see, did the car ahead of me, get something on this order, what is it doing? I'm looking, trying to see if we go into the darkness and I can't go back and I can't go forward. But it was really an inconvenience, and I was not happy about it. Because we today. We like things quick and we like things fast. Our culture has changed. And where we worship at the local fast food restaurants or beverage places, it's changed too. Starbucks began in 1971, but they didn't have their first drive-thrus until 2005. Bending to the culture, people wanted things quick. They didn't want to have to come and sit down in a coffee shop. They wanted it quick. And today, we even like it happy. We like things happy, in a box or a bag that's convenient, with familiar things on the inside, and possibly even something to make us laugh. Yeah, we like things happy. Nope, not too happy. We like things happy and to make us smile. And I wonder if in this culture that's so pervasive and that we take so for granted, that we like to keep God in a happy meal box. That when we're just a little bit hungry for something godlike and spiritual, that we can drive right through and there'll be something to make us smile. And we can go home with our fix. We try and contain that today too. With our calendars, our clocks, our place. And yet, just like them, God will have none of it. For God's not contained in this building. This is not God's house. It is a house of worship. But God doesn't stay here. Because just like the people of Israel, what God was trying to say, I think, was that God was with them wherever they went. And God is with you. Not just in these walls, but outside in the world. Our high schoolers got back yesterday from their mission trip. They were God in the world on mission. I was talking to one of their leaders this morning, and he was telling me that they were working in a church, not the church that they were staying at, they were working in a church, and that the vice president of the congregation came up and said he was going to write a letter to the bishop. I was like, oh, what did they do? Well, he was going to write a letter to the bishop because he was so happy. He's so encouraged by the presence of all these young people making their facility look beautiful. Had reports this week of a national gathering in Detroit where 30,000 young people are gathered. 30,000 young Lutherans who go out every single day someplace in Detroit, an economically disadvantaged place in our country right now, and they work in the name of God. Colorful t-shirts identify them with their groups, and someone in the headlines had said, Detroit looks like a Skittles factory exploded in it. Because of this influx of 30,000 youth, their attitudes have changed in the city. That's God at work in the world today. Like our friend and musician Peter Mayer said, God is loose in the world. God is loose in the world. And God will not be contained in a box or bag of our making or King David's making. God's loose in the world in you. go about your business this week, see God in the world. And more importantly, be God in the world. Live out the gospel of grace and forgiveness and love in the world. God's not contained in a box or even in a book. It's the living word, and it lives in you. Take God into the world this week. Don't keep it contained. Something that can be easily packaged, purchased. Stand with God loose today. I'd like you to join in the song for this day. It's number 789. Save your life as shepherd leads. Please stand as you are. Continue now by confessing our faith in the Apostles' Creed. I believe in God, Almighty, creator of heaven and earth. I believe in Jesus Christ, God's only Son, who was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, suffered in Pontius Pilate, was crucified and died in his grave. He descended to the dead. On the third day he rose again. He ascended to heaven. He is seated at the right hand of the Father, and he will come to judge the living and the dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Catholic Church, the unity of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and life after death. Gathered by the Holy Spirit and fed by the Word, we come together as the people of God to pray for the church, the world, and all humanity. Holy One, give hope to your church around the world and nurture it with the shepherd's care so that all will remember your faithfulness and love. Hear us, O God. Restore the earth to the goodness you provided at creation. Protect and renew the quiet places of the world. Hear us, O God. Break down walls and hostilities that divide people and nations. Teach us to be neighbors to each other instead of strangers and aliens. Hear us, O God. Give rest to those who care for others in homes, hospitals, long-term care facilities, and hospice. Be with those who are dying, comfort those who grieve, and heal those who are sick. Hear us, O God. Bring calm to those who are troubled because of frantic schedules and lack of vision. Make this assembly a place of rest and refreshment. Hear us, O God. We give thanks that we are citizens with the saints and members of your household. Keep us in communion with all the faithful departed until we join them in your throne. Hear us, O God. Into your hands, loving God, we commend all whom we pray, trusting in the grace of Jesus our Savior. Amen. May the peace of Christ be with you always. Please share that.
We continue to worship by bringing forth our tithes and offerings. The mission and ministry of God have worked in the world today. I invite you to stand as you are able and join me in prayer. God of mercy and grace, the eyes of all wait upon you when you open your hand in blessing. Fill us with good things at your table, that we may come